Mr. Liverpool, how are you doing after the first leg of the Champions League?
Oh, very, very good. Kind disappointed.
A little, hey?
Yeah, no.
Well, I told you PSG is going to be a good team.
No, we know that.
No, I was saying on our prediction show, like Vitinha, Barcola, Cavada. We forgot Cavada came from Napoli to PSG. Dembele's been informed. Like, this is a strong Nuno Mendes. This is a strong PSG team. And from the first second of that game, they took the tempo to Liverpool. Like, Cavada, his offside goal, unlucky for Liverpool, but that could have changed the tempo and the...
Thanks God we have VAR.
Yeah, honestly, well, when it works in your favor. And then what a lot of people are talking about is that push that Konate gave Barcola. Do you think it was Konate should have been sent off?
I have kind feeling no, but I saw the push, and of course we have replaced. I think that was a little bit too soft push to get that penalty shot.
If not only a penalty, but like a straight red.
Yes, but I think that's what I think.
If it happened to Mo Salah, would you agree? If roles were reversed and that challenge happened to Liverpool.
To Mo Salah.
No, but I'm saying in this context.
No, I don't think so.
You wouldn't say that that's a penalty and
I don't think so, because I think as striker you have to battle a lot between the defenders, and they are very, very often dirty, and I don't think so.
The one thing Liverpool fans are saying is that Barcola, the PSG player, was offside. So when Konate did it, it didn't even matter because he was offside. But I think Konate is very lucky that he wasn't sent off, because that was a blatant shove from his arm into Barcola's back. Like, there's nothing you can do when you're an attacker going into the net in stride.
Like,
he got pushed off the ball. Konate didn't even touch the ball until he got possession.
No, but we saw worse thing, and nothing happened. So you gotta get over, and that's it.
It's such a Liverpool
PSG
answer.
play amazing first half.
Yeah.
Even until Arne Slot did changes, actually they play very good. Then what? Jones came in, Nunez, Elliott, and Endo.
So that's
that time the games start changing.
PSG, they had 27 shots, 10 on target. Liverpool had 2 shots, 1 on target. And you talk about the substitutions that Arne Slot made. That Harvey Elliott kid, you could say 21-year-old kid who came on for Mo Salah, his first touch of the game ended up being Liverpool's only goal of the game and their only shot on target. Harvey Elliott did that, and what a massive impact, almost immediate impact he had on the game, especially when you consider that PSG had 27 shots, again, 10 on target. They should have, when you look at the stats, PSG should have won the game.
But I watch Liverpool doing the same way, a year ago, last season. And that was the same. They create a lot of chances, and Salah couldn't score.
Yeah.
Salah couldn't put in, and was always unlucky.
Yeah.
And they basically lose or tie to small teams.
Yes.
But they are unlucky. And in the end, doesn't matter what we say, it's all about score that goal.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's it. If let's say if I don't watch that game, I'd be telling you, then I go to check the result, and I'm gonna see, Liverpool won 1-0. What I say? That's what you think that should be.
Yes.
But when you watch the game, it's different, but still, it's 1-0 for Liverpool.
Well, it's funny because my dad and I, this is the first time we're talking about this match, because when it happened yesterday, we both said, let's not talk about it until we're on You'll Never Talk Alone on camera. So this is the first time we're kind of discussing this, and you have to really give credit to Alisson, because Alisson made 9 saves, a clean sheet for Liverpool. And again, when you talk about the stats that PSG put forth against Liverpool, he was a massive reason. And then you even talk about Liverpool's goal. That started from a ball over the top from Alisson into Nunez, who gave Elliott...
Yes, of the game.
Yes, like he was the rock
but
for Liverpool.
I think that was one of his best games I ever see.
I think it's one of the best goalkeeping performances we've ever seen in the Champions
I
League.
always compare him to Emerson.
Yeah.
From Manchester City.
Yeah.
Ederson,
yeah.
Ederson. And I was...
You're so cute.
I think Emerson was Formula 1.
It's okay. They're all...
And
you're
he was
so
Brazilian
cute.
too.
You're just one letter off,
So
Dad.
this
It's
is
not a
if
big
you
deal.
know too much, that's what happened.
It's okay.
So anyway, Ederson, and I always compare them, who is better, because they Brazilian, and then let's say you watch World Cup, and then you realizing, okay, is Alisson or Ederson, who is better? And Alisson is showing all the time he's number one goalie.
And another thing I want to give Liverpool credit for is, you mentioned a good point, Dad. Like, at the end of the day, when you look at the scoreline, you see 1-0 for Liverpool, you're like, okay, like, the better team won. PSG might have had better moments and might have controlled that game, but at the end of the day, the best and biggest teams find a way to pull out the result.
I don't remember when I watched first half that bad for doing by Liverpool
100%
players.
Me too.
And they do everything wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
Completely.
I agree with you. But they found a way to win. But that's what I'm saying.
They have Alisson.
And you know what?
Even that goal, if you think about it, he passed that to Nunez.
Yeah, no, I know.
Thanks God.
Thank God Nunez didn't shoot it.
Thanks God Elliott didn't pass to Nunez. That's luck too. Well, you gotta remember.
The thing is if Nunez got the ball like in the most difficult position, he would have scored. But if Nunez is right in front of the net, he would have missed.
Exactly. So I think Arne Slot has talked with Nunez.
He said, "Don't shoot in front of the net.
Don't shoot, please." I'm gonna play you more.
Seriously. Well, then
You're
Nunez
gonna have more time for playing.
Well, then Nunez did his job because Harvey Elliott, like, man, I'm so impressed.
That's what when we talk Nunez, he's bring that extra
I agree.
energy.
Listen, I don't hate Nunez. I like Nunez, and I like him for Uruguay.
I told you.
Of course, it's all because of you, Dad. All because of you.
No, I said that to you. Look at you. You always says, "Oh, look, Nunez missed this chance, this one."
No.
I say, "Yeah, but he's young kid."
No, he's not a young kid. He's a middle-aged footballer. But the thing is with Nunez, I love to watch him, and I love him for Uruguay because I think he's very good for Uruguay. I think he's spicy. He brings entertainment. At the end of the day, he has very good moments. It's just not very consistent in between. What kills me about Nunez is he'll be right in front of an open net and somehow not score it, but he'll be from the hardest angle and score a world-class goal. And you're kind of sitting there like, did Nunez just do that? How? But then when it comes to the ones where he just has to tap it in, he hits it over the bar.
Yes. But
that's my thing.
He's good striker, good
I like
player,
Nunez.
and I hope one day Liverpool scoop good money.
Well, I hope so with the amount that you guys paid for him. But another thing I want to say is it also goes to show you the depth that Liverpool has. Because when you take off Mo Salah, a guy who's in the Ballon d'Or race, you could probably say it's between Rafinha and Mo Salah right now for the Ballon d'Or. You take off Mo Salah and you put on Harvey Elliott. And I'm sure the majority of the football world's like, okay, like their chances are if Mo Salah didn't do anything this game, no goals are going to be scored and definitely Harvey Elliott's not going to do it. But the depth that Liverpool has, and we go back to, remember, was it last season where they had like all the academy players on the pitch?
That's Klopp.
No, but that's exactly what I wanted to give you credit for, because last episode you said this goes to show you what condition Klopp left this club in. And you are absolutely right, Dad, because for these depth players to come on the pitch and make an immediate impact, that's Klopp in the academy.
No, he did that amazing to add these kids because injuries.
Yes.
And they win Carabao Cup.
Yes.
And final.
You're so cute. Carabao.
Carabao. Okay.
You're
so I think that was amazing.
I agree.
What he did. And you have to remember when you kid 18, 19, 20 and you win the cup, you're going to remember that forever.
Yeah,
because
100%.
That was first.
Yes.
And whatever he did with those boys, that was amazing.
I agree.
Amazing.
And then that's...
And we all watching and couldn't believe.
And that's why when... And we'll get into Arsenal in a second here, but that's why when Arsenal talks about injuries, Liverpool fans are flooding my comment section on the last video, and I give them full credit because people forget how many injuries Liverpool had last season.
Yeah.
And the depth, and that's what you spoke about our last episode too. When teams have injuries and still can't manage to win games, it comes down to the depth, which Tatush, you called the bench, which is true. The players who are on the bench and also scouting.
You remember
and Liverpool's
you hate bench.
Yeah, I know. I did hate the bench.
Yeah, you always says, I don't want to bench.
I don't want to be a bench. Listen, there are some.
I want to be started.
There are some players who can come off the bench and make an immediate impact. Julian Alvarez, for me, is one of those amazing players. Whether you start him or he comes off the bench, he can score a goal. I was one of those players.
Even Nunez.
Yeah, I was one of those players that didn't really have a good impact off the bench. I was better if I started.
Yeah.
So that was me. But anyways, so yeah, we should probably get into PSV Arsenal because I owe Arsenal fans an apology because I picked PSV to beat Arsenal in the Champions
Thanks
League.
God I choose Arsenal.
And not only did Arsenal win, but Arsenal absolutely smoked PSV.
At least 50% of glory from that game
Yes.
comes to the family.
Everyone, please take a moment, pause this video, and give my dad some claps in the comment section for picking Arsenal, please, because he needs it.
Oh, no,
He needs it.
you gotta know a little bit football.
Well,
that's all.
here's the thing I want to say to Arsenal fans because we're beefing already, so why not keep it going? Full credit for Arsenal beating PSV 7-1. 7 goals in a Champions League is never easy. I was wrong. I take the L.
So we
You
says
guys
what?
were right.
7-1, we say hockey.
Yes,
hockey
that's
score.
a hockey score. You were right. But what I will say is when you meet Real Madrid in the Champions League, I don't want to hear from any Arsenal fans that you guys don't have a striker. Because if you manage to score 7 goals against PSV, 6 of those goals were scored by different players, then you sure as hell better be ready to put some goals up against Real Madrid because it is not an excuse that you guys can't
But
score
also
goals
that
because you
show-
don't have a striker.
But that's also show how much possibility and talent is there.
But that's what I'm
Because
saying.
6 players score.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no,
So,
so-
my point is when they
don't
play Real
complain, yeah.
Madrid,
Yeah.
we can't hear as football
Yeah.
fans that they don't have a striker and that's why they can't score. Because if 6 players are scoring goals for you in a Champions League game against PSV, then clearly it's not an excuse. Am I right or am I wrong?
No, you're right.
I'm
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And I think Arsenal, this wouldn't.
I don't argue anymore with kids. So-
No, but Dad, I'm being serious. Do you think I'm right or wrong?
No, you're right. No, that shows you 6 players can score.
Yes.
And it's not only PSV can score in any games. And I think even that was good for Liverpool before, like season or 2 seasons, everyone could score
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. So maybe that's gonna open eyes for Arteta, and maybe
I
he's
hope
gonna
so.
do some different formation, and that's it. And he's gonna call us and say thank you very much to point that.
You guys won't believe the messages I'm getting from Arsenal fans right now, which is fine. 7-1, I deserve it. Come for me. But the thing is as they move on in the Champions League, the teams are going to get tougher. They are probably going to play against Champions League royalty Real Madrid, and I'm very curious to see how these games go. So, excuses.
That's not easy game.
Oh my God, for anyone.
Real Madrid, yeah, no, doesn't matter what. It's
Well,
nothing to beat. I think only Liverpool beat that team this season. They did.